A lot of countries they have developed, and you can see their players are doing very good. So we expect to see a very tough competition, of course. You still have the teams that are more experienced, teams that have been there always in the AFCON. So, but in football, you can never really predict. It all depends on what you're coming on with on board, and it all depends on how ready you are from psychological to the tactical aspect of the games.
Not that we don't have a good team, we have a very young, promising team. And you can see that in Africa right now, most of the top countries in Africa, they are not, they are in recession. They are also not having a top team right now. So I think that Nigeria are above them now. Maybe we are like 80% now in making our own team than the others. And if you see, maybe 2 or 3 countries can be able to compete with Nigeria now in the Nation Cup.
There are 2 or 3 countries that can compete with Nigeria at the Nations Cup. 2 or 3, maybe Senegal and Egypt. Others, I think we can beat them and get the trophy. Let's leave the Nations Cup now and talk about what's going to happen in Baku on May 29. That's Azerbaijan, where you have Mkhitaryan will not be part of the squad simply because of political tension between Azerbaijan, of course, Armenia, where he is from, family decisions and all that. But reactions have been coming from everywhere, from his own players saying, look, it's going to be a big miss for everyone. I mean, for both the players, the coaches, and everyone has been talking about this guy. How much miss will Henrik Mkhitaryan, how much is the miss going to be for?
He is a big miss. Well, he has his spot in the team has been shaky all season. He has not been a regular player. But nevertheless, to me, Cecilia, I can see that whoever, though in their quest to bring the game to all the associations so they can have a feel of a final like this, they got to trunk picking Baku as a final for this Europa League, because if they should have emphasized the logistics, not only the political tension between Armenia and Azerbaijan, the logistics that is involved going to Azerbaijan, because so many friends have been complaining getting to the stadium, getting to this country, and with the tension between Armenia and Azerbaijan, Tayo, I think football as a game has solved political tension, but unfortunately, the political tension is now consuming football. Losing Mkhitaryan is a big blow. There's a shame. There's a disappointment to the game. But I hope UEFA will learn from this and know that in next future competition, they should watch out.
You have to consider everything.
A lot of things before they come to conclusion in deciding old cities for finals of European club competitions.
All right, then let's see Arsenal players, his teammates, Henrik Mkhitaryan's teammates have been reacting to his obvious absence from the final against Chelsea.
It's a big miss for us because he's a very important player. Yeah, but we understand his decision because yeah, it's dangerous for him. So yeah, for us it's a big miss.
Yeah, I mean he's contributed a lot for us to get to where we are to the final, but it's very upsetting. We wanted him to come, but it is what it is. We're going to fight and hopefully win the trophy, not just for us, but for him. He spoke to us today and said, well, obviously he's taken the decision that he can't go. It was very upsetting to hear at the start of the training session, but we have to not let it distract us and focus on the final.
Obviously he's upset. He said he's frustrated, but that's what life. Sometimes it brings up these things, these situations, and he's going to be supporting us from home, and he's always had a supportive mentality. So yeah, it's a bit upsetting, but we have to get on with it, really.
Okay, well, it's going to be a
They're going to have to get on with it.
That's it, and just win it for him, which is really key. Win it for him. And also, the coach, Unai Emery, also have been reacting to it. He says he actually wanted him to go, but he respects his decision because he feels they had to meet with the family, the club, and everyone, and the conclusion was, look, you know, they will have to respect his decision.
If he fears for his life
and all that, so
there's no point. It's just a game at the end of the day.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely. Let's hear from Unai Emery talking about Mkhitaryan's absence.
It's bad news, but cannot do anything for these issues. It's very, very personal, the decision, personal decision, and we need to respect him. And I don't understand now their political problems, but I must respect. He wants to play, but they spoke, both family and him, and decided not to go. I cannot push him to come with us because I respect him, and for me it's very important if he's with us for the match, for help with his quality and his capacity. But this issue is not in my hands, and I respect him 100%.
That's the coach right there. He can't do anything about it, so you will have to respect Mkhitaryan's decision. Okay, let's leave Europa League now and talk about the papers. Just taking a look at some of the big stories from the papers today. I'm starting with Sporting Sun. And Sporting Sun, the front page is all about Ndidi. I mean, this guy is kind of just making waves every day. Anytime stars are out, he's always the top one in the English Premier League. And this time around, on Sporting Sun, you have 5 hardest working players in EPL, and Ndidi does N'Golo Kante, which is really a shock to me. N'Golo Kante hasn't been the best this season, but Ndidi, I mean, ruling is 4th behind some other top players there. Jorginho is number 1, Jacob number 2.
What?
Yeah, okay.
Jorginho being number 1.
I know.
That's surprising, right?
It's surprising. It's, to me, I don't know the parameters and criteria in picking Jorginho as a number 1.
Yeah.
But Ndidi, Wilfred, is the best we've had since Sunday Olise in that role. He's all the midfield.
Really?
Yes. He's an tackler. He anticipates very well. He reads the game. The only part that is lacking is his passing range. But to me, Tayo, Ndidi has been a colossus for Leicester City.
Of course.
Ndidi has been sublime for the past 2 seasons, even since he has joined them. So his stock has risen. What I expect now after the Nations Cup is to read on the internet that Ndidi is getting an offer from one of the top clubs in Europe.
After the Nations Cup?
Yes, after the Nations Cup. I want it to be capped like that. Once you have a good season like that, the next thing you go to the next level. You have to play among the big boys, week in, week out.
Okay, all right. Let's see. Let me take the last one here, bottom strip of the papers, where you have Oyekuru hits Germany for Bayern deal. Everton places £25 million tag on the Eagles star.
That's what I want. Those are the kind of news I want to hear about. I was so happy when I read it. Okay, one of our boys want to join the big boys. Bayern Munich has been one of the top sides in Europe. They are rebuilding. It's on a project. They have Kingsley Coman, Serge Gnabry. I don't know Oyekuru. I guess they must have gestation buying Dustin Odoi. So I don't know Oyekuru to the team. It's good. It's good for the national team. It's good for the Nigerian football. It shows that our stock is beginning to rise in football now. So after the Nations Cup, I'm expecting big 1 or 2, 3 big moves for our players. Yeah.
I'm very excited about the future of Nigerian football. You can understand why. Let's go to Sporting Life now. Good news as well on the injury front. That's because Odion Ighalo started light training. Okay, it's going to start light training on Thursday, so it's looking good for the Nations Cup. Of course, it's Nigeria's number 1 striker. Manchester United lower Pogba's asking price to £138 million. Interesting. Chelsea to sanction Eden Hazard's exit on his way to Real Madrid. Tottenham ends our interest. Chelsea to pay Conte £9 million. A severance package has been an ongoing battle between those two parties for a few months now. Chelsea unveil policy. Interesting. This guy, I mean, the American is supposed to be the guy, the next guy. They bought him, mid-season before the transfer ban, luckily, and it's been unveiled. Perhaps he might be taking Hazard's spot. We'll see. PSG close to €50 million deal for Alan. That's the Napoli player. Let's move on to Complete Sports now. Everton demand £15 million for Onyekuru. £50 million is nothing for a club like Bayern. If they really want him,
it's nothing. I think it's worth more than value.
Okay. Interesting. Rodgers gives Iheanacho hope. What kind of hope does Iheanacho still has?
Get a chance
as a Leicester City player.
Play good football.
He needs good guidance with what he has gone through now. He needs such hope. He needs such support, because I believe he has that talent. The age is still on the side. If he can take the game and be more committed and concentrate on his career, the NHL still has a lot to offer in football.
Okay.
And with Bernard Rogers, I believe he's under good guidance, and his stock will rise once again.
All right, we hope his stock can actually rise. Well, thank you so much, Shola, for coming on the program.
You're welcome, Sister. I'm always happy to be with you people. Tayo,
Thank you.
it's nice to be with you in the studio.
Thank you.
All right, thank you guys for watching. I'm Cecilia Omogbe.
I'm Tayo Salam. Enjoy the rest of your day.